How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Game Over. Today we have a product review for...
Well, it's more of a brand review.
Brand review of Dragon Shield.
Ba ba ba.
Ba 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 ba. So this is going to be the first of many. We're going to do one for, well, actually there's not really that many brands.
Yeah, there's like 5.
There's like 5 big brands. We're going to go over all of them eventually, but for now, starting with Dragon Shield, we think that they're honestly the best in the market right now.
And many people would agree with us.
Price is a little expensive, but we will get to that in a later video.
Okay, so for starters, the first thing out is the Dragon Shield playmat. You can pick these up from most major retailers that sell, like your local card shops. Odds are they probably carry these, or they can get them in for you. Average market price is about $19.99 for them. You can get them on Amazon for about $16.99, depending on which art style you want.
Which, might I add, this one is mine right here, and it's so worth it. It's not even funny. I've had the thing for a month, and I've had numerous playmats in the past. By far my favorite.
One of the good things about it is Dragon Shield makes theirs out of a really, really heavy duty rubber. In fact, like if I try and fold it over, you see it's kind of got rigidity and it holds itself up pretty well and almost wants to fold itself back out. They're one of the few manufacturers that actually does stitched edge playmats, which if you play card games and you use a playmat, you know pretty well that often the edge will fray. So that is one of the very nice things. The cost actually on these isn't really bad. For a decent playmat of another brand, you're still looking at about 20 bucks. But with Dragon Shield, when you put out that 20 bucks, you get one of these coins. Now you can get it in gold, silver, or bronze. They kind of do it as like a random insert. Because the box actually that it comes in, which I wish I had to show, is like a life counter for Magic the Gathering.
Hold on, let me see if I can get a better shot of this real quick. There we go, there's a better look at it. Dragon Shield coin.
Front and back.
Love that thing.
A lot of people use it for a life counter. You can use it as a flip coin. It is a little heavy and honestly a little sharp. So I try not to use it as a flip coin because I really don't want to take out someone's eye, especially not my own, because with my luck that's how it would go.
Yeah, same.
So you get one of these, and again the rarity will vary, but still it's kind of a nice little bonus. I mean, you pay $20 for it, but it will last you. Believe me, it is worth every penny. I've had playmats last me 3 weeks before just because of the cruddy quality of this, but I have one of these as well. I use it all the time. I don't even keep them in playmat tubes. I have mat bags, which, if you know anything about those, they're not even as rigid as playmat tubes to protect your mat, but they hold up so very well. Like, this thing is tough as nails. Ugh.
Okay, there we go. Now we got it back in focus. We are Gucci made.
Alright, so moving on. Dragon Shield makes what they call card codexes. So here is one of them. They do sell them in a plain black, but they do have a lot of the arts from their deck boxes and their various product lines on them. Dragon Shield emblem on the back and the elastic band. It's actually, it's not the best way to keep it shut, but as far as strength goes, a lot of the other companies like Ultra Pros, their bands wear out really quick. I've been using these binders for about 2 months now, and they hold up very, very well. This one is my spare one, because I don't have any cards in it, but I will show you a good view of the pages. Nate, if you want to get a close-up here. If you look carefully at the pages, you can see it especially right along here, they are actually made of, the backs at least, the same thing as Dragon Shield sleeves. They basically took their sleeves, put them into 9-pocket pages, and said, hey, there's a binder. The binder itself is made out of a rigid cardboard, coated in this almost like faux leather, which is pretty rugged, holds up really well. The actual fronts and back of the binder are like a cushion. They're padded. And average market retail on these is $23.99 plus applicable tax. These things are actually a little harder to come by. More than often, retailers do not carry this, but if you're on the East Coast, there's a retailer who you can order from that sells them in Upper New York State. Amazon sometimes has them on Prime for about that same market price, but if you can find them, I've gone through a lot of binders. I've used the Ultra Pro Xeno skins, or the Ultimate Guard Xeno skins, I've used Ultra Pro, I've used pretty much anything I can find. These by far are, first off, they're the same price. Second off, they're going to last you so much longer. They are absolutely fantastic. They're very rigid, have a nice little label on the side that you can pull out the tag, put a label on it, slide it back in. Makes it really easy to see if you keep it on like a bookshelf, or if you just keep it in a bag, you know, with the spines facing up, so you know which binder to grab, you know, trade binder, sell binder, and so on and so forth. So that is the Dragon Shield card codex for you guys. Moving on. Alright, moving on, we are going into the Dragon Shield deck shells. These are kind of like Ultra Pro's cheap plastic deck boxes. As far as quality goes, they are pretty rigid. They hold up really well. They have a nice, if you look here, you can see that the spine, the hinge of it, is broken up into 4 different sections, which gives it a nice U shape when it folds.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can call that a U, I guess.
See, the problem with the we had, I believe,
Ultimate Guard, and even Ultra Pro.
They have a problem with the hinges breaking off. So like one of my deck boxes just is not hinged. It's almost the top part of it here and the bottom are like they're separated.
The hinge on them cracks a lot, which is why I like what Dragon Shield did here. They made it a 4-piece. Means there's a lot less stress on any one part of the hinge. It'll hold up a little better. It's tougher. The plastic is actually, in comparison to Ultimate Guards, it is a little softer, but I think that actually adds to the form factor of the hinge. It makes it hold up far better. These are each 80 plus single sleeved deck boxes. Average retail price on these is $3.49 plus applicable taxes.
Which is $1 more than what we usually pay for Ultimate Guard ones, which are $2.49.
So if you're really looking for something that's, you know, not going to break on you after opening and closing and opening and closing and opening and closing, then I would suggest this, because just that hinge makes the world of difference.
Especially if you play cards like we do, you definitely need something like that.
Dragon Shield does have a new line of deck boxes coming out in about a month, which we will be going over.
For sure.
They have a nice painted spot up here so you can stick a label on it. I personally use a label maker because my handwriting is rubbish. As you can see, this is my Pokemon 60 card deck, and there's still, you know, enough room that I can fit my finger down in here. They give you a divider with enough space for a label on it, which is really quite nice. But other than that, it's a deck box. It's pretty straightforward, but that hinge is what sets them apart from their competitors in this sense. All right, readjust. All right, so next time we move to everyone's favorite, the thing that they know Dragon Shield for, is their sleeves. I have here for you the magenta Japanese size and the jet standard size. These ones work for Pokemon and for Magic. As you can see here, I have my Necro Squids deck,
which we will be having. We also forgot to mention in the intro video, we will be doing deck lists as well. We're going to try and do a weekly deck list for you guys. Don't know how we're going to distribute that kind of content.
Probably distribute it as like a blog, you know, with links in our bio to the blog, so you guys can find it. We'll be doing deck lists for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Magic.
We're going to rotate every single week, so we'll have Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, so pretty much we're going to do 2 Pokemon ones a week. Wow. 2 Pokemon ones a month, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, just because we're more well-versed in Pokemon, and we just like it more, being honest.
The other thing is it will be also cost analyzed, so we'll have current market values for each card and each deck on that list, so you guys can check that out and kind of work with a list that fits within your budget. And we'll have them broken up by, like, you know, good, better, best, so you can say, you know, I just want something that's good. It's not going to hurt my wallet if I build it. But anyways, moving on to the sleeves. Like I said, we have the magenta standard, or Japanese, and the jet black standards. As far as thickness goes, these are the thickest sleeves on the market.
Oh yeah, for
by
sure.
far. They are super rigid
and super
They
sturdy
have a nice
as well.
matte back with a gloss front, so the picture is really, really clear on both the standard and the Japanese size. They are very, very sturdy. You know, you feel the card in it, and it feels a little more rigid than it typically would. The one complaint that I do have is, especially with more so with the Japanese size than with the standard, when you are putting your cards in, it is so tight that if you don't do it just right, you're going to bend your card in half. Because
when they're brand new, yeah.
They're really, really stiff to get your cards into. But once they're in there, they are safe, they are secure, and they hold up very well.
They're not going anywhere, let me tell you what.
And they shuffle very, very well. It does take a little practice because they are a little bit, you know, bigger in your hand. This is a 40 card deck, and it's
very thick.
And it's quite thick. It's about the thickness of a 60 card deck sleeved in something like Ultra Pros.
And then this is 60 cards, more like 100 when you first get the pack.
Yeah.
Because that's the only complaint I really have about them is that, yeah, they're really, they're thick. So, I mean, that's really good if you're protecting your cards, but it's like, sometimes you almost can't fit your whole deck in a deck box.
Which is why I suggest if you're going to go Dragon Shield,
Get their deck box.
Get the
because
deck box.
They know how to fit their own cards in their box.
But aside from that, unfortunately, Dragon Shield, for you Commander players out there, they don't have a Commander-sized deck box on the market, so you're going to kind of have to make it work. I'm sure if you tried, you could fit 100 sleeve cards in here, but I really wouldn't suggest it. But that is really the only downside of the sleeves, is that they are kind of tight to get your cards
And
into.
they're more expensive than all the rest by a few dollars.
Yeah.
When you're only paying a few dollars for sleeves, they're almost 1.5 times more than usual.
You know, whether you play more so with the standard than the Japanese are about the same price as their competitors. But the standards, if you're looking to play, 60 card casual for Magic or Pauper or Pokemon or any other card game that uses less than 100 sleeves, they do sell them in 60 card packs, or 60 sleeve packs, but they are a little bit harder to come by. So the 100 sleeve ones are tending to be more so what people will buy, and market price on these is $10.99, whereas Ultimate Guard sells their sleeves in packs of 80, which are $5.99. Honestly, though, you're paying for quality.
Yeah.
That extra $5 is gonna make it so I've never had to replace these. I play this deck all the time.
Please note that every single one deck that we have are all Dragon Shields.
Yeah, all of my personal
And we have probably
stuff
combined
is,
about 20 decks.
or more. But they're really nice. They're honestly worth the extra cost. With the standard size, again with Ultimate Guard, they do sell the Japanese sleeves in 80 packs as well, and they are $5.99 as well. For Dragon Shields, you're looking at $7.99 because they are only sold in 60 counts for the Japanese size. So realistically, you're looking at $2 more for a quality that's going to hold up far, far better. This is my competitive Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and I play the heck out of this thing, and it's fine. I mean, I'm running 3 Ash Blossoms in this, so I for sure want them protected, which is why I have them in these. But aside from that, that is Dragon Shield as a whole. We will do our best to link product sales and descriptions of all of the products we discussed in this video. And obviously for the mats and for the binders, there is varying arts, so you might have to do a little looking around, but we will try our best to link as much as we can in the description for you guys to find.
Now, please take note that we're not sponsored or anything by Dragon Shield. So here's one thing: if you don't really play that much, you could get away with not getting these, 100%. But since we play religiously, we use them. That's why we have them all, because we play like no tomorrow. If you don't play like no tomorrow, you can get away with different brands, which we will go over in the future.
As a whole, I would give Dragon Shield an A grade out of the different brands, and like Nate said, they are more for hardcore players. You play every day or every other day, and you use your same deck over and over and over again. If you don't play, you just play casually every once in a while with a friend or something, the other brands are fine. But if you play hardcore like we do, I really would suggest you go out, you spend a little bit of extra cash on Dragon Shield, because they are going to last. You are never going to have to replace these products.
For sure.
That just fell over.
Oh yeah, well, that concludes that video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. More product reviews and videos coming soon. Can't wait to get some more content for you guys. Alright, we'll see you in the next one. Till next time.
Goodbye.
It's game over. It's still in progress. I don't know. Alright, bye.
It's too late to say you wanna do